Well, and if
Because
that's
like,
the case, then that's a completely different
yeah,
conversation. But
yeah,
I don't think you should do it for
no.
people that don't like
I
you.
just had to understand that my intentions were pure, and like, though they might think that, like, I know that's not true.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to hurt anyone.
You ain't hurt nobody. I
Thank
mean,
you.
the more money that's spent inside of the city, the better, in my opinion.
Good.
So let me back up for a minute, right? So, um, throughout the pandemic, you still was working like a regular job and you was doing your
Yeah,
thing on TikTok, right?
yeah.
All right. I heard you quit your job.
I did. I quit
When
my
did you
job
quit your job?
a month ago.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
All right. So you quit your job a month ago.
And I had
You
a
did a
sick
thing.
job.
You did a thing that I think that 99% of the population one day aspire to do.
And they
How did you
should.
get up the courage to do it? And what
Um,
did your parents say about that one?
that was a hard one. Uh, it was it was hard for me because I enjoyed my job and I had a really fire setup. I worked for a man named Dan Gilbert who has quite a large presence downtown. And I worked very closely with him on his investments. And I know he gets a lot of shit. But like the man's
I
pumping
love Dan Gilbert.
500 million into the neighborhoods. He just did that last year. Like I worked on those projects. So it was like me already being passionate about the city and then working on stuff that positively impacted the city was like a dream come true.
Yeah.
And it made it super hard to quit because my mom and dad hear a name like Dan Gilbert. My grandpa knows who Dan Gilbert is. Like they all think he's this powerhouse, which he is, and they're like, "Why would you leave him?" But my thing is, I'm trying to be a powerhouse. I don't want to work for him. I want to like I want to make an impact myself. So that's ultimately why I did it. And then, there was some other corporate things that went down
Yeah.
that sort of just pushed me out. My TikTok became like somewhat of a problem just because people knew that I worked with him and I had this big voice on
Yeah.
the internet where they thought I could like, negatively impact him. So
So you
that just
made a
all pushed me
decision.
out. And I just did it. And I'm like, why did I not do this sooner?
Really?
Yes. First month in business, making more money than I expected to make, having more fun on my platform than I ever could have when I worked for someone else. Just like living my authentic life.
So you don't regret it even a little bit? Like not looking back, you don't even think about it. You like, you know what? I'm glad that I did it.
Hell yeah. I'm glad that I did it. I miss the people. I will say that. And I think I left on good terms. So I think we're good. But like some of the people that I met through him, with him, were crazy. Loved them, loved his family. I miss them. But,
Yeah.
I got to do what's best for me. And I think not to say that I won't keep working with some of those people. Like I'm already getting contracted out by some companies he's investing in to
Yeah.
like help them with social media. So
Yeah, I personally am a fan of Dan Gilbert. Um, I love the fact that he invested in the city when, at a time where it seemed like everybody was running away from the city. I think that he's a visionary. I think that he's incredible. I utilize his blueprint from a business perspective and even his isms.
hey, you know about the
I
isms?
know. Listen,
This is
I
crazy.
know all about everything.
Okay.
I am. When I say that I immerse myself and I study the greats, and then I implement a lot of these things into my own business and my own life, I am.
That's what's up. The
I am.
isms are legit.
They
I
are.
I still follow them.
Yeah. I mean, the isms are great. Um, again, I'm a fan of Dan Gilbert. I'm such a fan that not only do I study what it is that he's done, how he's done things, his blueprint and things like that. Cleveland is very much a mirror of what it is that was done here in
You're
Detroit.
really well versed.
Yeah.
He's investing
I
in
know.
Cleveland. That's crazy.
I know
Yeah.
all about it.
It's like a little Detroit. I love it.
It is.
Yeah, it's a vibe there for sure, and obviously he owns the Cavs, so it makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, I'm incredibly familiar. See, I'm an NBA fan, so I got season tickets to the Pistons, right? And I got floor seats, so I'm on the floor as much as I possibly can whenever I'm in town. But I'm the type of person that I don't care about the players as much as I care about the owners.
For real?
I love Dan Gilbert. Like Dan Gilbert is one of my favorite people in the entire world as far as like studying him from a business perspective. The different people that he put on.
Did you ever read his
Um,
letter to LeBron?
I did, but I mean, he human.
Yeah, I know. No, it cracks me up. I was
He's
gonna get
human.
that
I mean,
frame.
I think that I actually like the letter. Not necessarily. I mean, because it's first of all, it's sports, right? But secondly, it shows the human side of people in which everybody think that these people are robots. They think that you got to do every single thing perfect just because you hold a position of prominence or you've made strategic investments. They don't know that this man probably don't sleep or
Right?
all of the things that he's had to do and go through and the amount of money that he's pledged and all of the different people that he's helped and the fact that he moved all of the employees out from the suburbs down
Yeah.
into the city and all of that. They don't. Man, that was a phenomenal move that
Oh,
is
for sure.
largely unappreciated. He's helped a lot of different business owners and things like that. One of the people that I like the most, he's brought him in for a lot of different speeches, which is Eric Thomas.
Oh, I love him. Chief
Yeah,
Storyteller. That's like the
yeah,
coolest freaking title ever.
yep. So I love
Yeah.
rocket companies.
Okay.
I followed when things went public. I'm invested in rocket companies when it wound up going public and all of that other type of stuff. I'm familiar with everything.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. I still have a lot of love for them. I always will. I mean, they're the reason why I fell in love with Detroit in the first place. They
Yeah.
got me to come here to work here.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So okay, so you make the jump. Were you scared when you quit your
Hell
job?
yes. I was
Because a lot of people
terrified.
are scared.
I was terrified. Plus, like I wasn't quitting to do my TikTok full time. That was not the plan because I do not have enough followers on there to make
How many
enough money
followers
out
as
that.
of this recording do you have on
Like
TikTok?
36,000.
Okay.
But it's my audience is so heavy Detroit
Mm-hmm.
that I get a ton of partnerships locally because my engagement goes off in Detroit. But if
Yeah.
I travel to Chicago or something, it's like everyone's like, oh, like, we don't mess with that. But I was afraid because a lot of people thought I was quitting for TikTok and they're like, you're not going to be able to make it. But I had a plan. I was like, I know how to utilize TikTok and I did social media and PR for Dan. Like, I'm going to use this for small businesses. I didn't think anyone would be interested in work. Like, I did not think I would have clients.
Yeah.
I announced it to my TikTok when I put in my 2 weeks at the company because I wanted to get the feelers out there. Like, if you need help, come to me. I was expecting one, maybe two I would be happy with. I had a list of 20 small businesses in Detroit that were like, we saw your TikTok, we want to work with you. And I'm like, damn, like, how am I supposed to do this? I don't even have a business model yet. I didn't think anyone would want to work with me, but apparently they do. So it was like overwhelmingly good. And the first month that I've been doing this has been crazy. Me vetting possible, people to work with and just hustling like we do in Detroit. And figuring it out as I go. So no regrets.